Jay Thomas Morning Blend. I'll get it together eventually. Janelle's laughing at me. I started talking and hadn't hit the record button. That's too much from Twisters last night. My head is still spinning from the movie last night we saw, Twisters. Great lead-in, wasn't it, Janelle? So,
Oh,
Tony,
that was good.
tell us about this great movie. You had great ways of explaining it. Go ahead,
Go, Tony.
Tony.
Oh, all right. So
Tony's
I think
head
we
is
all,
still spinning from last night, folks. Just like The Exorcist. Tony, are you ready? I think he is.
I am ready. All right,
Okay.
this is very much a requel from the 1996 classic. There's a lot of elements that remain, a lot of that are changed, a lot of similarities, but it follows the story of a young woman who is chasing tornadoes. Something does happen, and she does eventually find her way back to it.
Janelle, what did you think about the movie?
But it was good. I full disclosure, I think the theater that we saw it on made it seem a little flat. I do believe that this movie probably should be seen on IMAX. The sound and how far, like the small screen, just really kind of doesn't do it. I highly suggest if you're going to go see this movie, see it in IMAX. Get a surrounding, circular experience, if you will. But yeah, I think it was really good. I think they brought enough back from the original that people will recognize it, but they just had, it was a little bit punchier, a little bit, the soundtrack was dialed in. You had more emotional from the male counterpart. It actually had a little bit more of a story, but you do have still very much the same formula as the original Twister, which isn't a bad thing. Hopefully it just brings a new audience to this, maybe franchise now at this point. But yeah.
I agree with you on that. I thought it was a little more humanistic, and I like the science behind it, explaining the twisters and what's going on inside the twister. We got to thank executive producers Steven Spielberg. He was a part of that. And of course, the director, Lee Isaac Chung. I don't know how many other things he's done, but this was pretty good. Screenplay was marked by Mark L. Smith. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was fun. It kept me going. It kept me interested in it. I only got up one time to use the restroom and came back real quick as much as I could. And I noticed a lot of people didn't get up either. So I'm going to give this 3.5, maybe 4 out of 5 Mickeys, Tony.
4 out of 5 for me. So we touched on a few things already. Lee Isaac Chung recently directed Minari, very human story, so that's why this works so well. I love the fact that Glenn Powell is fantastic in it. We're in the summer of Glenn Powell. He's at the top of the world right now when it comes to movies. Daisy Edgar Jones does a great job as well, and Anthony Ramos too. So I really appreciate it. They kind of got rid of the typical love story for this, and the love really was the mutual love for the tornado. So I thought that worked really well. Visuals are great. IMAX is definitely the way to go, I think, for this one for sure. You're going to love it. It doesn't take the place of the original. It's a nice companion piece, but I had an absolute blast.
Janelle.
I'm the same. I'm giving about a 3.5 out of or a 4, but I'm saving 4 for seeing it on IMAX to make sure that truly it truly deserves the 4. So yeah, I agree. I think it holds up well with it. I think it's a good summer popcorn film if you want to go enjoy. We actually all kind of experienced our own, weather yesterday here in St. Louis. We were kind of wondering if we would even see it. So yeah, it's a good summer film.
I would say they were lucky to have it at the Galleria because there was a mess going on down by Ronnie's. There was a mess going on down there. So that would have affected it. Yes, it looks like it's about 3.5, somewhere between 3.5 and 4. Tony, Janelle, thank you so much for joining us in Morning Blend. Always my best critics and favorite. Oh, look at him. Look at not my force.
You will be a Tyler Owens fan, people.
Yeah, if I had stuck around, I probably
fan.
would have got a hat, but I didn't. So anyway, here we go. Thank you for watching Morning Blend.